Here at Rockwall Ford, we are joined by the Lady Hawks soccer team. This segment brought to you by Hudson Financial Group, hvventures.net. Hudson Financial Group is the presenting sponsor for the Jet Williams Award that'll go to the Rockwall County Game Day Baseball Player of the Year. So we appreciate all the support from Hudson Financial Group. Like I said, we are joined by the Lady Hawks and Coach Piper here on the end, and we have more than a few girls, but we're going to start out with Berkeley and then Maddie and Lily. We'll catch up with some of these girls in just a moment. Coach, 11, 8-2 on the year. More importantly, 9-2 in district after a win on the road versus Tyler Legacy 2-1. You improved to 9-2 in district, a really tough district. There's teams with some really good records, but at the moment you sit in second place in the district, which is important for seeding. You guys lost 2 in a row in mid-February, and now you've won 5 in a row, and in 4 of those games they were shutouts. And you just conceded the 1 goal, which was last night. So you guys have really turned it on in the season at the right time. So I'd just like to kind of start there, Coach. What's kind of been the difference as you've made this run towards the end of district and the playoffs approach?
Yeah, the girls have done well lately. We started this season, to start with, we lost 9 starters from last year's team. So that obviously helped with the slow start, but we've been getting together. We've been, our style of play is taken over. And, we had some injuries earlier on. But yeah, everything's coming together now. We've had some good results. It's a completely different team than what we were last year, and so it's just taken a while for us to grow. And again, we have a few seniors, but it's a young team. But Tyler Legacy and Rockwall, tough opponents, and yeah, they beat us back to back. But going to Legacy, beating them 2-1, it was a hostile environment. It was a tough game, but we pulled it out. But defensively, it's a young defense, but we're fortunate. We have I think probably one of the best goalkeepers in the state, if not in the area. And, she's probably won us 4 or 5 games just by herself this year, so that helps.
Coach, you mentioned it. I mean, looking at the roster, just 4 seniors, 5 juniors, 6 sophomores, and 3 freshmen on the team. And that being part of the challenge is, the lack of maybe some senior leadership. Some teams it's a really good thing. They need that leadership. But others, when you have a nice little mix like this, do you think that's been a challenge for the girls just to kind of figure out their place, or is it just?
No, I mean, I think they all get along pretty well. I think there are some leaders, but I don't think, there's many loud leaders. I think people just do what they need to do to get things done. And, again, completely different than last year's makeup. This year they seem to be a little bit tighter, more of us against the world mentality. And, last year we were beating teams 8-9-0. And this year every game's been a struggle, but we're finding ways to win. And so it's almost more enjoyable, actually.
Yeah, and on that, I mean, it's almost like you're battle tested in these games and through the season. So you kind of find out what you're made of. The grit and crunch time, and understanding like, hey, we need a goal here, or we're going to have to come up big defensively in these games. What do you expect? To pay off, as you approach the playoffs.
I think we've now got a mentality. If you watch us play, we might not be the prettiest team to watch, but we're very awkward to play against. I don't think there's many teams that look forward to play us. I mean, I don't think anyone's afraid, but I don't think, oh, man, we got to play these guys again. We're very awkward. We put teams in difficult situations, and that's given us the chance to win, and the girls are doing pretty good at that.
At 9-2 in district, and of course getting the big win on the road last night, where you guys started at as a coaching staff, looking at this squad, how pleased are you with how they've grown and matured and figured out ways to win like they have?
I mean, I'm thrilled. I mean, last night on the way back, I told Coach Fleur, if there's one game I didn't think we'd win, it would be the last night's game. And it's always tough going to Tyler and, again, losing all the players we did, but they went there and they fought hard. So I think it gives us a little bit of confidence going forward, because, when we go to the playoffs, they're all going to be tough teams. But I feel pretty good because of our style of play, and we can give teams fits.
Yeah, we are talking with the Lady Hawks soccer team, who are sitting currently second in district at a 9-2 record. Coach Piper nice enough to join us, and we'll switch it over to Berkeley. Berkeley, thanks for joining us. And I know seasons are always different and tough, and teammates and things like that, because you have seniors that graduate, you have incoming freshmen, you have move-ins. From Colorado is Lily, the junior. What's the challenge, of trying to get used to a new team, and really the season's just happening so fast, and you guys have to figure out a way.
Yeah, I think just like Coach Piper said, like coming off last year, we had so much like leadership and like eight seniors. So it was a lot different of environment. And this year, me, Maddie, and even Lily as a junior, and especially Savannah, have had to really step up as the older girls and really just like show the younger girls like what we have to do here and what we have to do to get things done.
How much have you enjoyed the role of being a captain and being a leader on the squad?
A lot. It comes with its challenges, and sometimes you have to have some awkward conversations or tell people how it is and push your teammates in ways that coaches can't.
It's family love, though.
Yeah. But yeah, it's awesome, and of course we have such a good group of girls, so it's easy to lead here.
As you look forward to Friday night, I assume there's still something to play for as far as seeding, right? So it's not like it's like, hey, we're just waiting on the playoffs.
Yes.
And I'm sure obviously your crosstown rivals, it's an I-30 Classic matchup. So as you head into Friday, you want to go into the playoffs on a winning note. Just kind of the preparation this week for the team mentally, and just what the message may be.
Yeah, I think a lot has come from even Coach Floor last night. Like it's not just games like playing to get seeding in the playoffs. It's more to prepare us for the playoffs because we know we're going to be there now. And whoever we play, that being Wiley or Wiley East, coming next week, I think the mentality's just been to prepare us for playoffs and get it done, and hopefully Friday pull out a win against Rockwall.
We're again talking with the Lady Hawks, as you can see there. Before we switch over to Maddie, just your thoughts on this team makeup. Just how much fun is this group of girls and this coaching staff? Just how much fun have y'all had along the way this season?
A lot of fun, and it helps when these girls are also some of your best friends. So they're awesome, and our coaches are awesome.
Well, I appreciate you joining, and good luck to you girls, to you Friday night, and then as you start the playoffs. It's going to be exciting time around here. So just keep grinding away. Let's switch over to Maddie. I feel like I should be calling you something else. Could you introduce me as what you?
Madeline.
Madeline, okay, but you said on soccer on the team, Maddie's okay, but I'm going to go Madeline because that's how you introduce yourself. Madeline, thanks for joining the show, and I'd like to just get your thoughts on last night. And Coach talked about the atmosphere and how that game meant a lot to you girls, even though you've clinched a playoff spot at this time. But can you talk about last night and how fun it was to be able to pull out a win there?
It was really fun. I think it was a really important game for us to win because it showed a lot of us, all of us, that we can win games that we think are going to be hard. Because going into that game, we had already lost to Tyler. So I think knowing that we can beat a team that we've lost to in the past is going to really motivate us going into playoffs, especially with how playoffs ended for us last year.
When we talk about, I mentioned it earlier, and just coming off a couple of tough losses against some good teams, and now be able to win 5 in a row and have the shutouts. How nice is it to have a goalkeeper that you can count on? When things are at this point in the season.
As a defender, I'm beyond grateful for Savannah because she saves our butts 100% of the time. Any mistake we make, she fixes. So it's been a blessing to have her, and I don't know where we would be as a team without her.
What's the communication like between that back line, that last line of defense, and Savannah? When it comes time to crunch time, and you're in a 2-1 game, or you're tied up, or maybe you're behind a goal. The communication between you guys. What's it like back there?
I think that we keep it intense while also keeping it calm and not freaking one another out. Savannah does a great job at communicating with the back line and telling us what needs to be done, where we need to play the ball, like what we need to do, giving us as much communication as she can because of everything she can see. And I think she offers a lot of confidence for us because we always know that she's back there rooting for us. And then as for us to one another, I think that we just really work on keeping each other motivated and not letting ourselves get in each other's head, especially when we're playing a tough team that is coming at us hard. It's important that we stay calm because if we freak out, the whole team will freak out.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not easy. It's not. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of people shouting, and you've really got to understand what's happening around you, and just take care of your assignments. I'm interested to know, just as a captain as well. When you're on a younger team and you've got some freshmen, you got people that are moving in that are new, and you're trying to understand personalities and how to get through to them effectively, because that's your role as a captain. How much have you enjoyed that role, and what's been the best part about it?
I've loved it. I've loved getting to lead these girls and just the opportunity that I've had to get to know all of them. It has been one of the best experiences of my life. I really try every day to come to practice and to the games in a joyful spirit because I think that's super important to get the girls going and to keep them from being down on themselves. So I think that it's taught me a lot about myself and how much I can take and how I can really make an impact on other people.
And before we move over to Lily, I'm interested to know, just when you start the season and you look at the amount of seniors that left, and Coach kind of said you guys were blowing out teams and things like that, your mentality coming into this season, is it more of a chip on your shoulder, like, hey, yeah, we lost some seniors, but we're ready, this is our time, or is it a bit of an unknown, like, hey, I'm not sure, but we're gonna figure it out?
I think there was a period of time where we were kind of in the unknown, but as we got to know the girls and as we practiced together, we kind of we proved to ourselves that, hey, we can do this and we can win games. When we went to Waco, that was a big turning point for us. And so just to see how far we've come from when we started and to see these girls step up has been really inspiring.
Agreed.
Well said. What's the most important thing in all this that you're taking away from your time here as a Lady Hawk?
I think just to always treat one another with love and grace, and to work hard for one another because you're never on the field for yourself. You're with 11 other girls, your whole team. So just to love one another and do everything you can for your team.
Yeah, well said. Good luck to you, and good luck this Friday. And as the playoffs approach, I'm curious to know, Coach, will playoffs start during spring break, or will y'all have a little break in between there?
It's a couple weeks after.
Okay, good.
So,
Okay,
yeah,
good.
so
Because I'm traveling to Florida, so it's like really bummed about some of the games I'm missing.
I think it's about 2.5 weeks away.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
Yeah.
So, and I'm sure you might have some warm-up matches. As now I'm thinking back to last year, there was always a couple of warm-up matches that you would play in between there. So, okay. Madeline, excuse me, good luck to you. Thanks for joining the show. Let's switch over to the junior, Lily. Lily, I just found this out, so I'm not going to act like I know what I'm talking about. But you've moved in this year from Colorado Springs. Welcome to Texas, where the weather is always crazy, and you never know what you're going to get. I want to know, just what the experience has been like moving in to a new place, and being accepted and finding your role on the team and trying to prove yourself. There's all sorts of things when you're the new person that comes in. But how much have you enjoyed all that entire experience?
I just want to start, and soccer was definitely the one thing that was getting me through the move. Moving halfway through junior year was a tough tackle, and it was hard to it was a big challenge to overcome. But soccer was really my safe space and my place where I could just come, and it was I knew I had my girls, and it was I could come and just play, and there was no worries. I didn't have to worry about this is going on, this and that. But it was the team it's my family now, and I love it, and it's been amazing, and just playing and getting to just make all these new memories here in Texas has been so fun.
Yes. Do you say y'all yet, or are you guys still?
I've been saying y'all for
Okay,
a long
okay.
time,
All
but
right. I'm just trying to gauge how Texan you are right now. At what point in the season did you finally become comfortable and say, okay, I fit in here, and now we're just playing soccer?
I want to say it was that Waco trip where it was like we all kind of like clicked, and it was like that really was the turning point. It was like we went to the championship game, and then it was we all like the ball started rolling from there, and it was like we had a rough start, but I think that was where we
you
all
can
came
shout
together.
out room 409.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Callie knows.
Yeah, it was great. It was. I think Waco was definitely that point where it was like for me, I was like, okay, like I'm comfortable. Like these girls have my back. Like I know I'm able to just be myself and just we're able to play and have fun. Like it's not worrying about like okay, well, these different like factors, but it was just playing and knowing that we're a team and that we can do it.
Where do you play out on the field?
I'm a striker, like wing forward.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Yeah. I'm familiar with some positions here. So only because my son plays a lot of soccer and club soccer, so I feel like I know a little bit about soccer, not much. So this season and the success that you guys have had in district and things like that, how much fun has it been, to be able to reel off some wins and travel on the road to a tough environment and pick up a win that maybe you weren't expected to pick up, but how fun has that been?
It's been so much fun, and just the memories made, all the laughs and everything has been so fun.
And then finally, did you move here in the spring or the fall?
Fall.
Okay.
So I moved here just after Labor Day weekend.
Okay, so how crazy is the I-30 Classic for you and this rivalry? How new is that? Is there anything like that in Colorado, and how much fun is it to be a part of that?
It's so much fun. My first week was actually homecoming week, so it was like the I-30 Classic was that Friday, and I was in shock. Like I was like, this is crazy. Like this is not real. But I was like, I mean, it's Texas. They don't lie when they say everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah. Yes.
But it's not something that you see in Colorado a lot.
Yeah. So, and then finally, but before we move on to maybe some other girls, and we'll bring in some other girls, and I'll get some thoughts from Coach in just a moment. The game this Friday, just kind of the preparation for in practice and things like that. Has it been loose? Has it just been? What's it been like for you girls in practice?
I mean, it's been a lot of like learning from our mistakes and watching film and just seeing where we can improve from last game and from just throughout the season, and knowing the different strengths and weaknesses of our team and just being able to play off of that to just be our best.
Coach, before we bring in Savannah and maybe Callie, the freshman, I'd like to just hear your thoughts on these girls, kind of what they've meant to this season.
No, I mean, it's very easy coming off of last year to not give it your all and maybe not even come out and play at all. And so these guys knew it was going to be a tough fight, and they fought the whole way. So I'm very proud of them, and I'm actually enjoying this season more than last, I think.
Well, congratulations, girls. Who wants to give up a headset? We can have one stay on, but who wants to give up a headset? All right, Colorado's going to go.
Maddie, is it going to be me or you?
It doesn't matter. I can go off.
I don't care.
Callie, do you want to get on?
Are you scared?
Yeah.
All right. Savannah, you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, good. And then we will bring on Callie. All right. Welcome to the show. Can you hear Callie?
Yes.
Is it too loud? Is it okay for you?
It's perfect.
Okay, perfect. All right, perfect. We never get perfect here, so I appreciate that. Let's start with Savannah. Savannah, goalkeeping and everything. The man, it's like being a pitcher in baseball, right? You're on an island, and when that time comes you're the centerpiece, and everybody's looking at you. How much have you enjoyed that role this year, especially as a captain and just as a goalkeeper?
I love it. I love being under pressure, and that's where I think I thrive is whenever we have a lot of shots. But it has been nice with having everyone learn and adapt to our new style of play. It has been nice to see how everyone works with that and adapts to how we play now.
I know that it's kind of a silly question because you don't ever want to be scored on, but just how much do you thrive off these shutouts and take pride in like, okay, nothing's going to get by me tonight?
It's nice. It's great to know. Last night we went almost majority of the whole game without being scored on, and it was nice to know that we can we were there. So it's always nice to get a shot to feel confident about that.
The pressure that comes along with being a goalkeeper when coach mentions, and it's like, hey, we were scoring all these goals, a year ago, and knowing that we're going to play a different style and we may not score as many goals, the pressure that comes along with that, knowing like, okay, we're going to keep it to a low score, but I got to do my job and I got to make sure I'm communicating with the defenders. I'm interested to know the how you handle that pressure and how you're able to contain it and really project it onto that back line and make sure you're communicating.
Yeah, it is a lot of pressure, especially coming off last year, like you said. But I think communication. I like to put a lot of pressure on my back line, but they do a great job of adapting to that and learning how I play too. And so we've done a great job of communicating and keeping that well between for the games.
As you've and I've kind of asked this, I asked one of the girls back there, but kind of expectations coming into this season. Just how proud are you of the girls that have been watching do the work in front of you as you see the field like nobody else does?
I'm super proud of them. I mean, we knew, like we've said multiple times, that coming from last year is going to be a tough year, and it was something that we're going to have to adapt to. And I think we've done an excellent job of playing how. Like Piper said, we have a new style of play, and it's more direct, and we've done a great job. Each one of the girls has a role, and they do a great job at executing that.
Some of the challenges, again, as being a captain, and then being someone who's got to be a leader to freshman and sophomore, like sitting next to you. Can you talk about the youth on this team and how they've stepped up to put you guys in this position?
Yes, one of our sweeper now she's a freshman, and she's stepped up completely, and Callie stepped up completely, and they're starters now. They're playing great and completely changed how we kind of play in the field now. And so it's been great to have new people come in and just have a starting role.
As you approach this final game with Rockwall, I know you and your family and your brother, y'all been around this a little while, right? So you know what these games mean. And do you view it as, it's a big game because it's Rockwall, or is it just a big game because it's just a big game? It really doesn't matter who the opponent is. Yes, we want to beat them, but I don't get caught up in that. What's your take on the I-30 Classic?
I don't get too caught up in that because then I'll think about it, but it's always fun playing them, and so you do have a little extra I want to beat Rockwall. So there's always that little extra that I have.
Well, no doubt. And you've been, like I said, you're with your brother and your family, and I don't know if you have any other brothers and sisters, but I do know Eli and very well. Congratulations. Good luck to you this Friday night. I know Rockwall brings challenges, but I'm hopefully you guys are up for the test. I mean, they I think 4-1 is what you lost to them last time. I mean, so hey, go out and get after it. And I'd love to see a good game. So good luck to you. Callie, the freshman up here, she came in and she said right off, she's like, I'm not going to be on, I'm not coming on. But here she is. I have a way of making sure everybody gets on. Welcome to the show. As a freshman coming in and finding a role and making sure that you can contribute. I just want to know how you have approached this year and how fun it's been to be part of this team.
When I first joined the team, I thought I had really high standards and they had really high standards of me. But when I joined, they made me feel like I've been here forever and I've known them, and they just made me fit in super well. And I feel like I didn't have to set my standards super high, and I was just being myself.
There's not a ton, the talent and the in all the sports around here, there's not a ton of freshmen that you find on varsity around here, and so I'm just interested to know, how long did it take you, to say, I fit in here, and just play soccer?
Yeah, I would probably say around the Waco trip as well, because
we're trending with Waco. Hashtag Waco.
There, I just felt like I fit in with all the girls. They included me in everything, and it just started to feel like that's when everything clicked with all the girls.
The captains that you have and the coaches, just how important have they been to you maturing this year?
They've been very important. The coaches, they've helped me fix every mistake that I've had. The captains, they've helped me fix it on the field. They always keep the intensity high, which is what I need, so I don't bring myself down.
And finally, as you approach Friday night and you prepare for the playoffs, just how much are you enjoying the moment in all of this that's going on?
I love this season, and it's just been one of the best. Like, I couldn't imagine like it being like this. It's been better than what I've ever imagined. And going into this game, like, it's not like any other game. We still have our like. Oh gosh.
Yeah, you like trying to figure out seeding. You still have something to play
Yes.
for. Is that where you're going? Yeah.
Yes, and playoffs we know we're already in, but this game doesn't change anything. We still have to work for what we have, and we're just gonna do our best.
Yeah, Coach. I mean, you got just a few of the girls, but everybody seems locked in. You know, they seem to be focused on the task, and it's comforting to even come from a freshman that seems to have a grasp on it. Just the challenge of bringing in the freshmen and grooming them, and but also making sure that you don't take away time from what some of the seniors and captains what they're doing.
Yeah, I mean they blended well. In fact, we had a couple kids that started at JV and now they're playing varsity. So we kept trying to just find that right mix and blend throughout the season. And again, we're trying to get to the highest point we can, right time of the season. I think we're fortunate. Our last two games are against Legacy and Rockwall, who I think are just probably two of the best teams in the region. So
it's not going to get any easier when we get in the playoffs.
And I don't think there's going to be too many teams better than those two in the playoffs. So it's preparing us well because we know we're going to have a tough game when we get in there. But we need a result against Rockwall. We need a win or a tie to get second place. Last time we played them, it was 1-1 with 15 minutes left, and so we were in it. But we know what's ahead. They're a good team.
Yeah.
They're fast. They can play. But I think we have a game plan to give us a chance. So it should be a fun one to watch.
Well, Coach, girls, we appreciate your time. Best of luck to you. It's their first time on the show this year, so we really appreciate it. The Lady Hawks 9-2 in district after a big 2-1 win on the road versus Legacy last night. They move into second place in the district. Playoffs a couple of weeks away. They have one game left, as we've mentioned multiple times, versus Rockwall Friday night. And so it's a ticket you'll want to buy. It's be a tough if you're a soccer fan around here. It's gonna be tough. Which game am I going to here with what's at stake with the boys game? But regardless what happens Friday night, congratulations. It's a great accomplishment to make it in the playoffs, and whatever happens from there, just give it all you got, and that's all you can do, right? So.
Yes, sir.
Good luck to you. Thanks for joining the show, Coach. Thanks for coming on last minute, and we will catch up with you guys again, and I'll be back for some playoff soccer after spring break.
Thanks.
All right.
Thank you.
We're going to take a quick break.